Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all the assembled devotees. Today we are going to continue our session with Nectar of Instruction. Last four sloka, Krishna willing, will try to complete these four slokas and complete Nectar of Instruction today. So as usual, let us start our day with prayers to Shri Radha Govinda and our Guru Parampara. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadadi Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatanvitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalitam Shri Vishakhanvitamscha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभस्य च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय गुरु परंपरा की जय षड गोस्वामी की जय नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 रामा राम रामा हरे हरे Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam to all the assembled devotees. So today we are going to complete Nectar of Instruction. So let us have a quick recap of what we learned so far. We have done up to 7 slokas. Let us have a quick recap and then we can move further with sloka 8. So let us start with sloka 1. What are the 6 urges one has to control? Anybody remember?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
There is the urge to speak,
Yes.
control the demands of the mind,
Yeah.
actions done in the krodha,
Yeah.
then urges of tongue, belly, and genital, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. So by one who can control all these urges is qualified to make disciples all over the world. So this is one of the key lessons we learned. So second sloka, we discuss about the various obstacles in our devotional life. So what are those obstacles? Anybody else can add? Not necessary you have to tell all the things. Whatever comes to your mind, you can say.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Atyahara,
Atyahara.
Prayasa, Prachalpa, Nemagraha, and Nemagraha,
Yeah.
Sangattaga, the awarding association of non-devotees
Yes.
and work leader to
Then
particular attachments.
very good, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. So eating, atyahara, or collecting more than necessary, including prasad we discussed, right? So that is one thing. Over endeavors for mundane things. We have seen people working 12, 14 hours a day. And for what? For their own material opulences, sense enjoyments. So this is again is obstacle for our progress. And talking prajalpa, talking unnecessary, mundane subject matters is not going to help us. And practicing the rules and regulations given by our acharyas just for the sake of doing, not for the progress of our bhakti, is an obstacle. And associating with worldly people and greedy for mundane achievements. So these are all is the obstacles. Now next sloka talks about the 6 things which can help us progress in our devotional service. What are those things which can help us?
May I?
Sloka
Hare
3.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
Being enthusiastic towards execution of pure devotional service,
Yes.
having confidence, being very patient, acting according to the regulative principles
Yeah.
In which the 9 forms of bhakti are included,
Yeah.
abandoning the association of non-devotees, which is the same as the last time that we associate with devotees,
Yeah.
and following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas.
Yeah.
They will undoubtedly give us the path to being successful and give us the confidence, Prabhuji, in being able to achieve the goal that we have set out for. Hare
Very
Krishna,
nice.
Prabhuji.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Perfectly answered. I'm really happy. I'm getting very nice answers from all the devotees. So good. You are participating well, recollecting, trying to practice all these things. I'm really happy about this. And Sloka 4 talks about 6 loving exchanges with the devotees. Who is to? Chanda Mataji, you
Prabhuji,
want to
about
say?
giving
Yes,
gifts,
Prabhuji.
accepting gifts.
Yeah, Manushi Matraj Mataji will give chance to others. We will
Yes,
further
sorry,
get the
sorry,
chance.
Prabhuji, I got carried away.
Good. So, Chanda Mataji, you want to say what are the?
Yes, Prabhuji. Like accepting gifts and then giving also, revealing one's mind and giving, offering prasadam
Yeah,
and
offering and
accepting
honoring prasadam.
prasadam also.
Yes.
And it creates the spiritual friendship among, devotees and within that serving the Lord.
Yes. So whenever I am in any of your cities, you should call me for a nice prasadam. I'm happy to come and order. Not about Chanda Mataji alone. In general, I'm just telling.
Yes,
So
We'll be
this
honored,
is the
Prabhu.
Prabhuji, we
will
will
be,
be
yes.
happy to do so if you come to Delhi.
Haribol Mataji. I'm coming to Delhi.
Oh,
Before Delhi,
please let
Surat
us
is there,
know.
Prabhuji, Gujarat. You will cross.
Monday, I'm starting to Chennai, and hopefully Wednesday, I'm traveling to Delhi.
Really,
Uh,
Prabhuji, then please let me know.
Yeah, we'll see, Mataji. My travel is almost every week, so I'm there every week. And surely, if need be, definitely I will bother you.
Yes, Prabhuji, whenever it suits you, let me know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
And Krishna willing, I may visit Vrindavan over this weekend. So that is the plan for the day for now. So the point coming back to the Shloka 4 is how we exchange, the loving exchange with the devotee. So we give gifts, we accept gifts, and we reveal our mind to the confidential devotee. Okay. And then inquire from them on our progress. And then honoring prasad and invite devotees to offer them prasad. So these are all loving exchanges. Yeah. Without any ulterior motives, we do all these things. So we discussed about that, and then we also Shloka 5 discussed about associating with different levels of devotees. So what are the 3 different levels of devotees we discussed?
Kanishta Madhyam Adhikari, Uttam Adhikari.
Yes. So Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari, and Uttama Adhikari. So knowing the position, we need to deal with appropriately. And then Shloka 6 discussed about the associating with the pure devotees of the Lord. Yeah. Lavamatra sadhu sangha sarva siddhi hoy. We need to identify such devotee, offer them services. So Kanishta Adhikaris, we respect them from our mind. Madhyama Adhikaris, we offer obeisances and have a loving relationship, exchange the service. And then Uttama Adhikaris, we need to take shelter, association, and engage in their service. And then Shloka 7 discuss about the glories of the holy name. So we have discussed glories of holy name. And now we are going to move to the Shloka 8, which talks about Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti, how we need to fix up our mind and tongue always in hearing and chanting the glories of the holy name, how we always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. So there is a very nice Shloka 8. It says, Tannamarupa charitadi sukirtinanu smrityo kramena rasana manasi niyojaya tistan raje tad anuragi jananugami kalam naedakilami tyupadesham saram. So the translation of this sloka. So please keep the hands raised. I'll give chance to some of you. Please raise the hands. So devotees who have not participated or yeah. Praveen MS Prabhuji, you want to read this?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Translation. The essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time, 24 hours a day, in nicely chanting and remembering the Lord's divine name, transcendental form, qualities, and eternal pastimes, thereby gradually engaging one's tongue and mind. In this way, one should reside in Raja, Goloka Vrindavana Dhama, and serve Krishna under the guidance of devotees. One should follow in the footsteps of the Lord's beloved devotees, who are deeply attached to his devotional service. Thank you, Prabhuji. It's a very nice translation for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So the central theme of this shloka is we have to cultivate our life in such a way that we engage maximum time. Here it is said that 24 hours we need to cultivate our lifestyle in such a way that we are always engaged in devotional service, always chanting, remembering, listening, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam in association of devotees. So that is how we need to mold. Today we may have a lot of responsibilities, but we have to aspire our life to develop. So all that material responsibilities we have to complete as soon as possible and spend more time to progress spiritually. This is the central theme of this shloka. Let us see how it can be done. So what is the purpose behind all these instructions? All those things we have been discussing, the 6-7 shloka we discussed. So what are the purpose of this? Hare Krishna. Anything comes?
Vijay, to firm up our minds in the devotional service to the Lord.
Yeah. So always fix up our mind in service of the Lord. So the central theme is always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. Yeah, this is our life's purpose. So how can we do? What are the two key impediments? One is our tongue. We discussed controlling our tongue. We can control our belly and genitals, right? And then mind. Mind, we discussed, can be our biggest enemy and biggest friend also. How do we cultivate our mind? One thing is very clear. Today, in our conditioning, our mind is the biggest enemy. We have not raised to a stage that we can rely on mind to be our best friend. So whatever the mental speculation is happening, whatever our mind is telling to do this or do that, please take guidance from your spiritual master, spiritual mentors, and proceed accordingly. Mind is very dangerous. So two things, the tongue and mind. So to control this, what is the shloka we have learned from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu? controlling of mind, tongue especially. Yeah. So what is that full sloka? Ata Shri Krishna Namadi Na Bravet Grayam Indriya Sevan Mukena Jivvadu Swayam Eva Spurati Yada. So when we honor prasadam, when we use this tongue to honoring prasad and glorifying, chanting the holy names, then the tongue starts purifying. When the tongue starts purifying, we start controlling the tongue. And as a result, the belly and genitals is also in our control. The next is mind. Why do we need to control our mind? And how to control the mind? I need quick answers because we need to complete 4 slokas today. Whatever comes to you, keep putting up your answers. So why to control, why to train this mind? And how to train this mind?
Prabhuji, because as in Gita, Arjuna said the mind is the worst. It's like controlling wild horses is probably easier than controlling the mind.
Yeah.
It goes everywhere and takes you along with it. Your consciousness, your behavior, everything is dictated by the mind. So unless you discipline the mind, it can be your worst enemy. And that's why it's very important to control the mind. And how to train it is what I don't know, Prabhuji, because I've not been able to control it. But yeah, thank
We
you.
will
Prabhu.
discuss, Mataji. Okay. Yes, what you said is controlling mind is absolutely required because this mind can take you to the darkest region of hell. We can't imagine how low we can go in our activities driven by the forces of our mind. And how to train the mind? And why to train the mind? Just to add on, why to train the mind? I told one is the mind can be the worst enemy and it can drive to the darkest region of hell. Second, for us to go back to Krishna, Bhagavadgita Shloka 8.5, Anta kalecha mam eva smaran mukta kalevaram. So whoever at the end of the life quit body remembering the Lord, definitely he will attain the supreme abode. This is what is being told in Bhagavad Gita. So to fix up our mind at the lotus feet of the Lord is extremely important. That is the answer for why. Now how? Manatrayate iti mantra. We have discussed chanting of holy names. And chanting of holy names, everybody are chanting. We are all chanting minimum 16 rounds. Right? But the quality of chanting is different of each of us. So knowing that, we have to give the most important, the biggest importance of us in a day is that quality of the chanting, attentively chanting, offenselessly chanting, chanting in Brahma Muhurta, chanting in association of devotees, preparing for the chanting, preparing your mind and mood for the chanting. The 22 hours before the chanting is extremely important, and 22 hours what we do after chanting is important. Yeah, these are all we have discussed at length. In Bhagavad Gita 6.6, it says, Bandhur atmatmanastasya bandhur atmatmanastasya enatmaivatmana jitaha anatmanastu shatrutve vartetatmaiva shatruat. So what it says, for him who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, his very mind will become the greatest enemy. Most of us are living with the greatest enemy. The enemy is not outside. Outside is just an cause and effect, what we say. Yeah. So the outside enemy is just an result, but the real enemy is sitting with us. We are doing all the mental speculations, and as a result our actions are creating enemies outside. Hope you can relate to your own situations today. This is what our scriptures is giving. So controlling the mind within, if you can do this, the outside enemy has no strength. The outside forces cannot bother you. Your own mind is bothering you more. So you have to train your mind strong. So why to train the mind? Again from the scriptures. Somebody can read this. Suraj Prabhuji, can you unmute and read this for us?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Why to train the mind? Srila Sukadev Goswami replied, my dear king, you have spoken correctly. However, after capturing animals, a, a cunning hunter does not put faith in them, for they might run away. Similarly, those who are advanced in spiritual life do not put faith in the mind. Indeed, they always remain vigilant and watch the mind's action.
Yes. So what it says is, just like an hunter, a cunning hunter, capture an animal, he doesn't have faith in that animal and he will let it free because he know the moment he let loose, it will run away. Similarly, the person who is advanced in spiritual life do not put faith in his own mind. So all that mental speculations, calculations, what you are doing, not necessary it is the right thing. It is leading you to the wrong directions. Some of the situations you have got entangled today is because of following your own mind and its own things, right? The next, why to train the mind? Sudarshana Rao Prabhu, can you please read this for us?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I am in journey, Prabhu. I will read it, but it may be some noise.
Yeah,
Hare Krishna.
try Prabhuji.
Scholars have given their opinion. The mind is by nature very restless, and one should not make friends with it. If we place full confidence in the mind, it may cheat us at any moment. Even Lord Shiva become agitated upon seeing the Mohini from form of Lord Krishna, and Shobhari Mauni also fell from the mature stage of yogic perfection.
Yeah.
Srimad Bhagavatam 5.6.3. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
So here there are a couple of scriptures how even an elevated souls can get agitated by the mind. Then what to say about us? That is what Mataji was giving an example of Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita 6.34 sloka, telling to Krishna, Chanchalahi mana Krishna pramati balavaddhadam. Yeah, it is extremely difficult to. He says, I can control the raging wind, but not my mind. So, such a great devotee warrior is struggling to control the mind. What to say about me and you? And what is the solution for this? In the next sloka, Krishna gives the solution. Anybody remembers? What is the sloka?
The
6.35
mind can
sloka.
be controlled. I don't remember the shloka, Prabhuji, but Krishna says the mind can be controlled by training and practice.
Yeah. So here, 6.35 sloka, it says, Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Asamshayam Mahabaho Durnigam Durnigraham Chaham Chalam, sorry. Asamshayam Mahabaho Durnigraham Chalam Abhyasatu Kaunteya Vairagena Griyate. So two things Krishna is saying here, that it is extremely difficult. It is extremely difficult to control the mind, but abhyasena tu kaunteya, by practice, by suitable practice and detachment. So what is the suitable practice our Guru Acharyas have given us? What are the practices we do? Please give me some answers.
Chanting and taking prasadam.
Chanting, taking. So the morning program, what our Guru Acharyas have given, waking up early in the morning, taking bath, prayers, chanting the holy name in the association of devotees, following 4 regulative principles. When you do this, you can definitely control your mind and detachment. All those situation which is bothering you, if you can detach from that and surrender to the will of the Lord, definitely the situations will improve. It is just matter of time. I've been listening to so many of my friends. They are going on and on and on and on. This is the solution. Everybody are struggling in this material life. This material life is designed so you are not alone. So what is the way out? So you don't have to be hopeless. The solution is here. Only thing is your action, your endeavor and your action can only take you out of the situation. And in addition to the mind, we also know the material world, this material world, the living in this material world itself is not easy. Shloka 7.14 Devi Shagunamayi Mama Maya Duratyayam Mam Evaye Prapadyante Mayam Eva Tarantite. Even you are able to control your mind, but Trividalo Klesha, yeah, Adhyatmika Klesha, Adi Bhautika Klesha, Adi Devika Klesha, these Kleshas is going to bother you. What is the way out? So one who has surrendered to the Lord, supreme will of the Lord, only such a devotee can overcome all these agitations within as well as outside.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
I don't remember who said, but they said you have to beat your mind every day with slippers.
Yes, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur Maharaj, he has said as soon as you wake up in the morning, first thing you have to do is to beat your mind with the slipper or boomstick. Yeah. 3 sure short way for hell. What are those 3 sure short ways to the hell? We have discussed in Bhagavadgita.
Anger, lust, and greed, Prabhuji.
Yes, lust, anger, and greed. The root cause of this lust, anger, pride, greed, lamentation, illusion, fear, all these things is mind. Even before coming into Krishna consciousness, somebody, a great personality, had told me I was worrying a lot for whatever the future anxiety, any situations. I used to worry a lot. One of the great personality just told me, if you just look back in your life and notice 95% of your fears have not come true. And rest 4% of the fear, when it has come true, Krishna has given, the Lord has given us the intelligence to sail through those things. And 1%, if the fear has come true, we have to deal with that. How do we deal with that? Three circle of concerns. One, which is in your control. Waking up early in the morning is in your control. Absolutely, it is in your control. Yeah, you can do that. And somebody who is bothering you, circle of influence, if you can influence, you can do something about it, then you do it. And something which is not in your control, why to worry about it? Because it is not in your control. Only Krishna can control. When my father, in his last days, when he was in hospital, I used to visit. There was a nice quote which says, the problems which you can resolve is in your control. Don't worry about it. Because you will take control of those problems. The problems which is not in your control, don't worry about it. Because what is the point of worrying about such problems in life? Only Krishna can solve. And if it is the will of Lord, let us surrender and face that. So with that, we will purify our karmic reactions, and qualifying to going back to Krishna. So these are all lessons coming from scriptures. These are all not what I am saying. I am just saying from whatever I have experienced, whatever I have realized reading these scriptures. These are all given by our Guru Acharyas, time-tested solutions. Please follow these instructions. Definitely any problem in your life, you will be easily able to overcome. At least it will not deteriorate. Our reaction to the situation is further deteriorating. But when we are following these lessons from our scriptures and following that, you will only rise above your situation. This is the guaranteed solution. And what is now needed? We know the importance of training our mind and how to train, and here is the solution. The sadhana bhakti, raganuga bhakti, these are all given to us. So why the sadhana bhakti? We know we have discussed at length what is expected to do. Now, what is the difference between a successful devotee or a failure? A devotee who have failed his actions. You can continue to talk, you can continue to promise, you can continue to desire. Until and unless you overcome, you rise and take action, you will not be able to successful. So as a result of that successful practice, you rise to a stage where this spontaneously come. All that regulative principles, what is given, we are doing as a rules and regulation, that will spontaneously come, and that is Raganuga Bhakti. Stages of hearing and remembering, the stages of devotional practice. Starting with Shravana Dasa, we have started to hearing the Krishna Katha, transcendental topic of the Lord. All these life lesson we have started hearing. And then next level is Varna Dasa, where we have started getting attachment to these hearing and consistent in hearing. So I see this group of devotees consistently has come this far. Many have registered to Bhakti Shastri course, but you have consistently come this far. So you are getting the taste to hear the glories of the Lord, right? And Bhakti Shastri is not the end. Bhakti Vaibhava is coming. And I want to request now, a new batch is coming from December, starting from December 1st. This is a fast track course every day, Monday to Friday. Every day there is a session, 8:30 to 9:30. Usually the Bhakti Vaibhava, what I was doing, unfortunately I had to discontinue when we started this module 4 and 5 because I wanted to spend more time in this preparation. So I discontinued. Now as we are going to complete this module 5, I want to restart. So the new batch has come where I am planning to join, and I will also request the one who is going to start this, that our batch students can also be part of that. Soon they are going to complete their Bhakti Shastri. The qualifying criteria for that, the eligibility is to successfully complete Bhakti Shastri. So I will request, if they acknowledge, if they give us that permission, then you can also join. So we can continue this journey. So after Bhakti Shastri, our association can continue through that session. So Bhakti Vaibhava, we can be part. So though whatever busy schedules I am at least going through, daily 8 to 9:30 we can spend that. The beauty of that Bhakti Vaibhava is Srimad Bhagavatam sessions. So Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So if we can dedicate that, it's a very nice day to end. We have a very nice morning program, and evenings are the one we can do additional chanting, prayers, worship with the family, reading Srila Prabhupada books. This is how we have to sandwich our day. So this is a very good opportunity. And then Smaranavastha, remembering stage, involving absorption, meditation, applying whatever we are learning, we are doing this. and Anusmriti Samadhi, continuous meditation leading to spiritual trance, the Samadhi stage, and Sampatti Dhasa, full perfection, understanding one's eternal relationship with the Lord and eternally in service of the Lord. So these are the different stages of our devotional practice is discussed, and then Raga Bhakti, Raganuga Bhakti. So Raga Bhakti, there is a thin line of differentiation. So Raga Bhakti, it is spontaneous. We have discussed about Raganuga Bhakti. So Raga Bhakti is the spontaneously all these regulative practices we are doing. Raganaga Bhakti is one step further, is following the footsteps of the Acharyas and engaging in devotional service in different rasas. The Shanta Rasa, Dasya Rasa, Sakya Rasa, Vatsalya Rasa, Madhurya Rasa. These are all will come as we further progress. And then talks about residing in Vraja. We have discussed in our stage, we can't leave everything and go and reside in Dhama. Somebody thinking that he will leave everything and go and settle in Dhama, that is the biggest foolishness. We only end up doing more Dhama Aparadh than running away from our situations. And residing in Dhama, we have to develop our consciousness and mood in such a way that wherever we are, it is like residing in Vraja. That is the lesson we have to take. There's a beautiful shloka from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. It says, Krishnam smaran janam chasya prestam nija samhitam tat katharatas chasya krushyad vasam raje sadha. So what it says is, one should aspire to always reside in Vraja, remember the lotus feet of the Lord, follow the footstep, take the guidance of great acharyas, and intensely serve. So at our stage, settling in Dhamma is not prescribed. We need lot of purifications. We can't leave our respective prescribed duties and go stay in Dhamma. That is all our illusion. Again, a mental speculations. Anytime you have such things, first thing is to approach your spiritual master, seek his guidance. Basis his guidance, we have to take further step. In fact, Namanista Prabhu has told many times, or even Srila Prabhupada has said that leaving everything, settling in Dhamma prematurely. There are elevated devotees who can do that. But in our premature stage, when we go and do that, we end up doing more Dhamma and more Aparadha. More Dhamma Aparadha. The next sloka, continuation of this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Seva sadhaka rupena siddha rupena chatrahi tadbhava lipsuna karya vraja lokanusaratha. So once you're there, how do you serve? In the feeling of Brajavasis and in the direct guidance of the Lord. And this Seva Bhava is applicable for both sadhakas like us as well as highly realized, God realized sadhus, Siddha Purushas. So all those things, all those such souls in different stages, whatever stage they are, but their mood should be to serve in this way, following the acharyas in the mood of Vrajavasis. So what is the mood of Vrajavasis? Hare
To serve
Krishna.
Krishna
Only to
unconditionally.
please Krishna, Prabhuji. Only for the
Only.
satisfaction of Krishna.
Only for the satisfaction of Krishna. Nothing, no, there is no intention to satisfy our own senses or ego, pride, puja, labha, pratishtha. Yeah, we are One has to rise above all these things and only the pleasing Krishna, the essence of all essence, chanting and remembering Krishna all the time, 24/7. By following the Brajavas, mood of Brajavasis, living in Vraja, engaging in tongue and mind in serving the Lord. The conclusion of this chapter, the ultimate goal of life is constant engagement in Krishna consciousness. This is the ultimate goal. So all that which is bothering you in doing this is not worth it. So better leave it. And by training the mind, tongue, senses, following advanced devotees, one can gradually achieve uninterrupted remembrance of the Lord and attain spontaneous and bhakti. So these are some of the essence conclusion of this particular chapter. Now we'll move to the chapter 9. So you can take a minute break. So you can break your fasting and we can continue. So I have some Jagannath grain prasad. So I will also break my fasting. Hare Krishna. So let us now continue Shloka 9. These are all very long but very beautiful shlokas. Let me try reciting this. Vaikunta janito varamadupuri tatrapi rasotsavad vrindaranyam udarapani ramanat tatrarpi govardhana Radha kundam hyapi gokulapate premamrutat plavanat kuryad asya virajato giritate sevan vivekinakaha. So who is to read this? Aryan Prabhu, have you read already?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare
Yeah, then
Krishna.
I will give chance to somebody else.
Hare Krishna
Shweta
Prabhuji.
Mataji,
Can I read Prabhuji?
I will give chance Mataji. Shweta Mataji, are you there?
I can read Prabhuji, can I?
Hare
No,
Krishna.
no, I wish to give chance to Shweta Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
The holy place known as Mathura is spiritually superior to Vaikunta, the transcendental world, because the Lord appeared there. Superior to Mathura Puri is the transcendental forest of Vrindavan, because Krishna's Raslila pastimes. And superior to the forest of Vrindavan is Govardhan Hill, where it was raised by the divine hand of Sri Krishna and was the site of his various loving pastimes. And above all, the super excellent Sri Radha Kunda stands supreme, for it is overflooded with the ambrosial nectarian prema of the Lord of Gokula, Sri Krishna. Where then is that intelligent person who is unwilling to serve this divine Radha Kunda, which is situated at the foot of the Govardhan Hill?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mataji. So the central theme of this shloka is the spiritual hierarchy from the material world to the sacred places to the highest position. And this highest position, supreme position, is given to Sri Radha Kunda, the ultimate abode of divine love. And here is the place our Acharya says we can do the highest devotional service can be performed. So next three sloka, it glorifies Radha Kunda and its significance. So we will look into it. So in this material world, the highest place is given to Mathura Dham, which is also known as transcendental. It is not a material world, it's a transcendental. And the scriptures also says this is superior to Vaikuntha Loka. So why is that? Any reason? What is the reason given by our acharyas? Why Mathura is considered as the superior than Vaikuntha?
Krishna appeared here in Mathura.
Yes, Prabhu. So that is the answer given in our scriptures. Krishna appeared in Mathura, and above Mathura is the forest of Vrindavana. Yeah, the interior forest of Vrindavana are considered superior to Mathura because of the presence of 12 forests, Dvadashavana. We have heard lot of pastime of Krishna in Talavan, Madhuvan, Bahulavan. So all these pastimes has happened in these vanas. So this is above Mathura. Above this vana is Govardhana hill. Why? Why is this considered as bigger than other vanas of 12 other 12 vanas?
Because
Because
Krishna,
Lord himself had lifted the hill, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Lord has lifted for breaking the pride of Indra, and also Govardhan hill that Krishna tends cows with his cowherd friends, and many pastimes, loving pastimes he has spent. Krishna has had a very nice time here with all the Brajvasis, Gopis, Gopas. So this is one step above all the vanas, and finally Radha Kunda. Somebody wish to read this? The glories of Radha Kunda, who has not participated yet.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji.
Yes, go ahead,
Can
Mataji.
I read Prabhuji?
Yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
Radha Kunda. Radha Kunda at the foot of Govardhana is superior to all because it is there that love of Krishna overflows. Advanced devotees prefer to reside at Radha Kunda because this place is the site of many memories of the eternal loving affairs between Krishna and Radharani. Rati Vilasa. Hare Krishna. Thanks, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So, the significance of Radha Kunda we will discuss as we further progress. It is said that Radha and Radha Kunda is non-different. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he came, when they were excavating all the different temples, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was personally sorting out where is Radha Kunda, and he found a small pond and he took a bath, dip, and then he is the one who confirmed this is the Radha Kunda, and all the 6 Goswamis further excavated and made a very big pond. And we following Gaudiya Sampradaya, we only by the mercy of our Acharyas know the significance of Radha Kunda. Many, including other Sampradaya devotees, do not know such confidential matter, and they treat this as any other pond. The conclusion of this sloka, the verse emphasizes the spiritual superiority of Radha Kunda over all other places, and said that for devotees seeking highest devotional perfection, residing or mentally dwelling, so not necessary that you have to go settle there and do. Yes, if you can do at your highest level of purification, you can do, but at our stage, at least mentally, we can always remember Radha Kunda and engage in service. And spiritual hierarchy has said Mathura, Vrindavana, Govardhana and Radha Kunda is the highest. Now we will move to the next sloka, sloka 10. Let me just have a look at this sloka a minute. So this sloka, Karmibhya parito hare priyataya vyaktim vayorjnaninas tebhyo jnana vimukta bhakti paramaha premaika nistastatha तेभ्यस्था पशुपाल पंकज दृश्यास्थभ्योऽपि साराधिका प्रेष्ठा तद्वादिहं तदीय सरसि तां नाश्रयेत्का कृति. So who is to read this? Saheli Bose Mataji, have you?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. In the Shastra, it is said that of all types of fructive workers, he who is advanced in knowledge of the higher values of life is favored by the Supreme Lord Hari. Out of many such people are advanced in knowledge, Gyanis, one who is practically liberated by virtue of his knowledge may take to devotional service. He is superior to the others. However, one who has actually attained prema, pure love of Krishna, is superior to him. The gopis are exalted above all the advanced devotees because they are always totally dependent upon Sri Krishna, the transcendental cowherd boy. Among the gopis, the Srimati Radharani is the most dear Krishna. Her kunda, that is lake, is as profoundly dear to Lord Krishna as this most beloved of the gopis who then will not reside at the Radha Kunda and in the spiritual body such as with ecstatic devotional feelings aprakta bhava, rendering loving service to the divine couple Sri Radha Govinda, who perform their Ashtakaliya Leela, their eternal eightfold daily pastimes. Indeed, those who execute devotional service on the banks of Radha Kunda are the most fortunate people in the universe.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji.
Pranam.
Thank you very much. So the previous shloka, it talks about the hierarchy of different places. And in this shloka, we talk about the hierarchy of spiritually advanced living entities. How from what level one is advancing to the topmost. Topmost being Srimati Radharani. And again, there is a glory of Radha Kunda at the end of this shloka. Starting from Vikarmis, atheist, materialistic people have nothing to do with any dharma, to the Karmis, and then Jnanis and Bhaktas. Neha Jindal Mataji, can you please read this for us? This image you can leave, left hand side, whatever is there, you can slowly read.
Progressive hierarchy shows how one can progress in a human form of life. Karmi to Jnani to Bhakta. Spiritual evolution. Our position indicates our desire. Krishna rewards us accordingly. One should therefore be eager to understand the science of the soul, Atma Tattva. Unless one comes to the platform of Atma Tattva, by which one understands that the soul and not the body is oneself, one remains on the
Platform of ignorance. Thank you, Mataji. So here we are talking about karmis, jnanis, and bhaktas. So karmis are those who are engaged in material activities for their own sense enjoyment. And there are few who does some pious activities. As a result, they will rise to the heavenly planets. So this is what the basics of Bhagavad-gita we have learned, right? So what we understood is those who does some pious activities and go to the heavenly planets, once that pious deeds have vanished, they have to come back to this material world again. So here what we need to understand is Krishna is so merciful. Whatever you ask to Krishna, Krishna will give you. Ye yathamam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajamyaham. So in whatever way one surrenders, Krishna will reciprocate. So if you want to reciprocate to the Lord for your material issues, Krishna will solve your material issues. If you are approaching the Lord for your material situations, Krishna will take care. If you are approaching for knowledge, Krishna will help you. So when Krishna is so merciful, is taking care of all these karmis and jnanis, just think about bhaktas who are selflessly serving the Lord. Krishna will surrender to such devotees, is what we have seen with various examples of the Lord. And jnanis. So here what we saw is rajas. Their quality is generally they are in rajoguna and they rise up to swargaloka. And then jnanis are generally they are in sattva-guna, but with the knowledge and other things they aspire for mukti and Brahman feature. But bhaktas are staying in Shuddha Sattva-guna, rising above that all three gunas and engaging in devotional service, attain bhakti prema. So the jnanis, there is a sloka, Bhagavadgita 7.19. How do they rise from their practice of jnanis to bhakti yoga? How do they rise? Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyante vasudhaiva sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabham. The translation you already know, so I'm not spending much time. So here the category of 3, the practicing devotees, bhaktas, from Vaidhi sadhana bhakta to Raganuga sadhana bhakta to Prema bhakti. It will rise. This is the hierarchy. And then above that, above such pure devotees is gopis of Raja, most exalted devotees, only desire to satisfy the Lord, cannot forget him, serving in Vipralamba Bhava. What is Vipralamba Bhava? Vipralamba Seva?
Mood of
Separation,
separation.
Prabhu.
Yes, mood of separation. Even in that separation, they are serving the Lord. And highest is Radharani. Even Krishna cannot understand the depth of love and feelings of Radharani. That is why Krishna himself has come in the mood of Radharani as a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it is said the external reasons is to spread, give the holy names, but the internal reasons are to know the mood of Radharani. And again, Srila Rupa Goswami says to take the shelter of Radha Kunda to get the mercy of Radharani, is what it is said. So again, glories of Radha Kunda. Who is to? Devika Gupta Mataji, you want to read this for us?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, may I Prabhuji?
Let me give you a chance, Mataji. Let's see if Devika Gupta Mataji want
Radha
to.
Kunda at the supreme place.
Hare
Just
Krishna
as
Mataji.
Radharani is dear to
Voice is very
Krishna,
feeble, Mataji.
Radha Kunda is equally dear. Radha Kunda is the most exalted place for executing devotional service. Advanced devotees should reside there and engage their lives in loving service to Sri Sri Radha Govind, but participating in their eternal eightfold daily pastimes, Ashtakaliya Leela. Therefore, everyone interested in Krishna consciousness should ultimately take shelter of Radha Kunda and execute devotional service there throughout one's life. This is the conclusion of Rupa Goswami in the 10th verse of Upadeshamrita.
Yeah, 10th verse of Upadeshamrita. There is a beautiful shloka reference from Lagu Bhagavatamrita. Yeah, Uttarakanda 45, Prabhupada gives this reference. It says, Yatha Radha Priya Vishnu Tasya Kundam Priyam Tatha Sarva Gopishu Saivaika Vishnur Atyanta Vallabha. Says, just as Srimati Radharani is dear to Supreme Lord, her bathing place Radha Kunda is equally dear to Krishna. Among all gopis, she alone stands supreme as the Lord's most beloved. So Radha Rani is the most beloved, and Radha Kunda has the equal significance for us to progress in our devotional service. And that is the conclusion of Rupa Goswami in this verse. So some Mataji wanted to read. Who is that?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, Mataji, please go ahead.
Conclusion. Verse 10 emphasizes the progression from material activity to knowledge to devotional service to pure love of Krishna. The gopis are compared to ultimate devotion, with Srimati Radharani as the highest example. Radha Kunda is the supreme location for experiencing and executing pure devotional service. The teaching urges every aspirant to cultivate attachment to Krishna and Radha Kunda, ultimately attaining the ecstasy of love for Godhead. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. It's a nice shloka. Now the last shloka for the day. So let me try this. Krishnasyo pranaya vasati preyasibhyopi radha kundam chasya munibhir abhitas tadir geva vyadhyayi yat preshter apyalam asulabham kim punar bhakti bhajam tat premedam sakrdi apisara snatur avishkaroti. Last shloka for the day. Who has not participated?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, shall I go ahead?
Who is that?
Santoshi.
Yeah. Have you not participated yet, Mataji?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay, Mataji, go ahead.
Of the many objects of favored delight and of all the lovable and damsels of Rajabhumi, Srimati Radharani is certainly the most treasured objects of Krishna's love, and in every aspect her, her divine Kunda is described by this great sages as familiar, dear to him. Undoubtedly, Radha Kunda is very rarely attained even by the great devotees. Therefore, it is even more difficult for ordinary devotees to attain. If one simply bathes once within those holy water, one's pure love of Krishna is fully aroused. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So again, this sloka concludes the glories of the Radha Kunda as the most sacred and spiritually potent location for our spiritual progress. And it is said that it is not attained. It is very rarely attained by great devotees also. So just by taking ticket, going to Radha Kunda, taking a big dip, people are all visiting Vrindavan as a tourist location, but how many of them are getting that realization, progressing in that bhakti? So this is extremely important. That mood of service is extremely important. So it is said that the super excellent Radha Kunda, it belongs to Srimati Radharani, who is most beloved to Krishna, is as dear to Krishna as Radha herself. Radha Kunda is as dear to Krishna as Radha herself. Very rarely attained even by great personalities. A devotee will at once develop pure love of Krishna in wake of the gopis if he once take bath in Radha Kunda. One of the things we need to understand, here we are saying that we have to, Rupa Goswami is telling, take bath as many times as possible. Most important execution of devotional service. And Radha Kunda is very rarely attained even to great acharyas, devotees like Narada. So advanced devotees who aim to go back to Goloka and Siddha Deha, they live on the banks of Radha Kunda take shelter of Radharani and engage in devotional service. So couple of things I wish to clarify. Now, Srila Prabhupada has asked us not to get into the pond and take a dip. Rather, what Prabhupada has given us instruction is go to Radha Kunda, give your obeisances and take the water and sprinkle on your head, because we don't want to touch with our feet the Radha Kunda, the water. And these kind of instructions is given in our own Gaudiya Sampradaya, because we can see lot of devotees from other Sampradaya are taking plunge and swimming, bathing, doing everything in that. So our instruction is very simple. We need to, with prayerful mind, we go, give our obeisances and sprinkle the water on our head. That is sufficient, and that is itself is taking like a bath. The importance is the mood of surrender. We go there, and the respect and devotion what we offer is more important than physically dipping into the water. The conclusion, Radha Kunda is the most exalted spiritual place, inseparable linked with Srimati Radha. Bathing there, living nearby, serving under her guidance represent the highest perfection. So the second clarification is leaving your responsibility, going there, trying to settle there and doing devotional service is counterproductive. You need, first of all, as we discussed, we are all doing our prescribed duties. Our prescribed duties, keeping Krishna in center, offering the results, purifying our anarthas. That is what is prescribed at our stage. And as we progress, I already told, we have to develop our life in such a way that where we are maximum time spending in spiritual activity. When we have raised to that level of spiritual activity, that is when, if situation permits and by the mercy of Radha, we can go settle there and do rest of our life doing devotional service there. Its glories is unmatched even by great devotees, making it unique and supreme center for cultivation of love of Krishna. Hari Bol. So with this, I'm extremely happy to complete nectar of instruction. Never thought I could do justice. I still don't think I've done justice, but somehow for my own purification, I took this, trying to implement these learnings through these deep lessons, what we are getting, and hope. And my prayers are also before any classes. This session should purify me and help all the devotees also to fix up in Krishna consciousness and progress. That is my only desire and intention. So with this, we'll come to end of nectar of instruction. Continue to pray for me so that I can continue to progress in service of our Guru Parampara and devotees like you. Thank you very much. Any feedbacks, any takeaways, anything you wish to share, we can take few minutes and we can end our session. And before ending session, next class is the class for your covering up of your backlogs. All your situation is going to be remain. It is by the supreme will of the Lord and our Guru Parampara, we will be overcoming. So your material situation should not stop your spiritual progress. This is my humble request. So whatever issues, whatever situations, please keep aside and complete your backlogs so that next is Shri Upanishad. Krishna willing, we may complete that also in 4-5 sessions, and we are going to successfully complete Bhakti Shastri dispatch. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Yeah, anything from the devotees here? Any feedback, any
Yes,
improvements? So that I can, last chance I have is Sri Upanishad, I can implement that and can give you better
Hare Krishna
service.
Prabhuji. Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Prabhuji. one answer today answered my that inner soul. Just I was thinking, and I asked my husband to get something kind of a house there for me. He asked me where you want to get a house, so I said in Vrindavana. But now today उन्होंने बोला कि why you want to settle there, जाके वहां पे पूजा करना पाठ करना, that is okay. So the same thing is said by you. So the energy is instructing me to be कि जहाँ पे हो ठीक है, लेकिन connecting with the soul is the most important thing, that what your soul is desiring and how you are progressing towards him. That is the most important thing that I have realized today. And thank you, Prabhuji, throughout you have supported, you have guided me, and for all those things I don't have words to explain and express my uh, uh, s- feeling to you, that being a Siksha Guru of mine, I'm so blessed, so fortunate, and I'm very much thankful to you and Kirti Mataji and all the devotees, Shanti Mataji, Shiva Kumar Prabhuji, all of you, Prabhuji. And I want to be along with you all, I don't know, till my end.
Okay. All glories to Srila Prabhupada or Guru Maharaj, Namanishta Prabhu. Only because of them we are here and we are trying to practice. So all glories to them. So I'm just trying to help in my own ways. It is helping myself more than helping you. So thank you very much for that kind
Thank you,
words.
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
I want
Prabhuji, what to
I want to
say?
hear some areas of
Prabhuji.
improvement, how we can further improve, develop. So any such things, feel free to.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
First of all, thank you, Prabhuji, for staying with us, guiding with us. So lots of pranam for that. My just one humble suggestion is that if the PPTs you are creating, if you can also give opportunities to other devotees so that they can also come up with ideas, that they can also prepare PPTs for any lesson, not the full lesson, but like a group of 3 or 4 devotees who can prepare the PPTs for the next session. That would be good from my end.
Thank you,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, for that suggestion. Already there is a group of devotees working behind the scene for developing these contents. So if you are interested in such seva, please let me know. I can connect to you so you can prepare all those things, Prabhu.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank
Okay.
you. Hare
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
We are very sorry, Prabhuji, for making you drop out of your class. We were being
No,
very selfish. Right?
that is my own inabilities, Mataji, not you. I am not able to manage the time well, and I could not do justice for that. Just did not want to be a participant. I wanted to, like what I expect from my students here. I wanted to be that kind of a student there, which I was not able to do. I was not able to prepare well for the class because right after 8:30 to 10 is our class and 10 to 12 was my Bhakti Vaibhava, and weekday was fully travel, and weekends I used to spend more time preparing for this class. So I was not able to catch up. So I took a break. But my deep desire is to go back, and hopefully we are getting one more chance. So I want to continue that. Krishna consciousness is learn from
Aishwarya
one, teach one.
Mataji, Prabhuji, will Aishwarya Mataji teach us in the Bhakti Vaibhav class?
I don't know, Mataji, who the teacher is. I don't know. Aishwarya Mataji is already taking Bhakti Vaibhava sessions. I don't know who the teacher is. Recently, I just saw an announcement which is starting from December 1st. So daily evening 8 to 9:30, Monday to Friday. So I'll
Yes,
give you more
Prabhuji. Thank you, Hare
information. First
Krishna.
of all, I need to know whether you are all eligible to join that, because as per the eligibility criteria, you have to successfully complete your Bhakti Shastri. But I can always request them in a month's time. You are all going to get your certificates and you are going to submit your certificates for enrollment. So I'll request and let us see, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhasya च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
Okay.
नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, गुरु परंपरा की जय, श्री गोस्वामी की जय. All glories to assembled devotees. One last statement I want to say and just end my session. We are all going through a lot of situations. The answer is there in our scriptures and by the Vani of our Guru Parampara. If you attentively listen to those and sincerely act, definitely you'll overcome. Krishna's mercy will definitely be there. So don't be hopeless. That hopelessness is not because of the external situation which is bothering you. The hopelessness is only because of your inaction. So with this statement, let us progress in Krishna consciousness. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pancham Pranam.